Okay guys, we're going to look at the second noun position that we want to take a look at this week. And it's the object of the preposition. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Before we get to that, we need to look at some common prepositions that we see all the time. So just to refresh our memory, and we looked at them earlier, maybe in, with, down, up, from, to, during. These are just a few common prepositions, and you will get a list of these in class as well, which you should really familiarize yourself with these prepositions. It makes it much easier to find them. On is another one. Out, inside, of. So many prepositions. The more you can memorize, the better and easier it will be for you. But let's take a look at that second noun position. So our second noun position that we're going to look at this week is the object of the preposition. Let me just move this a little bit. Object of the preposition. So the object is the noun. That's the noun in the prepositional phrase, and this is always helpful. It's the last word in the prepositional phrase, that noun. So the object is the noun. We need to remember that. So object of preposition, or OP, will be the label you use for it. That is your second noun position. Let's take a look at a couple sentences for us that we have. She went up the stairs to her bedroom. So the first thing that I want you to get in the habit of doing is blocking off your prepositional phrases in the sentence. So the first word is the preposition in the prepositional phrase. And your object of the preposition is the noun. And we just learned that it's going to be your last word. So stairs is the OP in the prepositional phrase, up the stairs. We have to her bedroom. Preposition is to. The noun, which is the object of the preposition, and the last word of the prepositional phrase is bedroom. In the morning, Dawn ran to the bus stop so she could get to school on time. We have lots of prepositional phrases. So again, first thing I want you to get in the habit of when you're looking for the object of the preposition, block your phrase off. In the morning, to the bus stop so she could get to school on time. In is my preposition. Morning is the noun, which is the object. So here's my OP. And it's the last word in the prepositional phrase again. To the bus stop, to is my preposition. Okay, this is where it might get a little tricky, and it just depends. You'll get used to it pretty quickly though. To the bus stop, the noun is stop, and this is your OP. Our board is getting really jammed up here. Bus is the adjective that describes what kind of stop. So that's your adjective. It's not the noun, so that's not the object of the preposition stop is. To school, preposition is to, and the object of the preposition is school. On time, preposition on, time, OP, or object of the preposition. Okay, that one had a lot. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 in that one sentence. All right, let's get to the last sentence, and we're going to point something out, or I'm going to point something out to you. I love to go to the movies with my friends. I see that two times in this sentence. But this one time right here, if you've taken a foreign language, you've already seen this. That's an infinitive. We'll talk a lot more about those later on in the year, but it's not a prepositional phrase. That's the infinitive, a verb in its simplest form. To the movies is one prepositional phrase, so I'm blocking it off. And then with my friends, I block off because that's my other prepositional phrase. To is the preposition, and movies is my object of the preposition. With is my preposition, and friends is my object of the preposition. So we'll take a look one more time at that board that tells us our noun position. The second one that we want to learn this week is object of the preposition, or the OP. That's your abbreviation. It's the noun in the prepositional phrase, and it's the last word in the prepositional phrase. Try and remember that, and really make sure you take a look at those prepositions and start to memorize as many as you can so that they're easier to pull out. We'll do more practice, get some work on Edmodo as well as Kia.